Hi, welcome to Forgotten Legends of Sound. Today we are doing, I guess, pretty much starting off our fourth season, with more of these videos. It's fun for us to listen to albums that we enjoy and then also to promote artists that are underrated or obscure. And Kite definitely fits that bill. They're an awesome band, awesome synthpop band, darkwave band that I've enjoyed for almost 10 years. I wouldn't say quite 10 years. I think I got into them around the same time I got into Zinnik and stuff. Like when I lived over there on the East Coast or whatever,
right.
2016 to 2019 area, I got into a lot of like synth pop stuff, and it was really kind of like, it all started with Hearts of Black Science, to be honest. Like back in 2015, 2016, getting into them opened my eyes that there's a lot of awesome obscure artists. So then I was hungry to find more and more. Right. And then I came across Kite, and I think it was their Dance Again song. I think that was the song that I first heard that. No, it wasn't. I think it was Demons and Shame. So it would have been 2017-ish, I think, when that song dropped. Because I heard that on a Progress Productions compilation. And then I heard Dance Again. And then I went backwards and picked up all their EPs and stuff. And anyways, sorry, my memory's not all there. But Kite is just a band where they have a unique voice when it comes to synth pop music. I don't feel like they sound too much like other people. And they also build sort of like these synth pop songs into being a little bit more grandiose and majestic sounding, and I love their sound. So anyways, that's why I'm picking this album. I love this compilation. It is kind of like singles that they released in the last like 8 years or something like that, but I think the compilation flows so well. And yeah, I'm curious what you're gonna think, because I know this is a little bit more newer and stuff for you,
Yeah, I don't really know Kite real well. I only know like just little songs that you've played for me and everything. So I'm not all that familiar with these guys. So I'm kind of like the newbie guy who's kind of sitting here not knowing what the hell's going on, Yeah. So, and what is this called? This compilation?
This is called VII. Kite, when they released all their EPs, they released them just titled 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 6. Okay. And 6 was their last one in 2015. And then they just started releasing a ton of singles. So this is kind of sort of continuing that tradition of like physical media for them is like, here's number 7 now,
Gotcha. Okay. And I mean, we are going to go through it with lyrics and everything and rate each song and all that. And so just kind of like all of our other videos, but welcome to season 4. We'll see how far we get,
So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Support the artist. I hope this is an experience, and I hope this is a band that, will catch somebody and go like, hey, that's cool. I want to get more into them. So anyways, I guess I don't have too much more to introduce with them. Kite is a duo. There's a singer, and then there's a guy that does all the keyboard stuff, and both of them I think they just make really awesome music together. So yeah, let's jump into track 1. It's called Remember Me.
Okay.
And here we go. Here's track 1. Oh, we didn't even check the sound, but that's okay. We'll check it as it goes. Yeah, I'm really glad they have lyrics online and stuff, because all the booklets don't have lyrics in them. So it's cool to... Honestly, some of these lyrics, I've only like just read them today. Like I didn't know these were online. So then I saw them, I was like, sweet, this is gonna be cool. Oh man. Cheers.
I need to like wake up and kind of
get in the groove.
Yeah. We just ate a bunch of pizza, so now it's like,
Yeah. Pizza can make you a little sleepy too, that's always kind of rough. Definitely a long intro. Yeah, I'll go first. When I first heard this this song in this album, this song actually didn't really impress me that much. It wasn't until like a while later that this song actually started like growing on me a whole lot more. And I do like the lyrics of it too. Like I think the lyrics are kind of a little bit more impactful because I didn't know what he was saying at the end. I always thought he said like two people time, like kept repeating that, but instead it's like it's true people die, and that kind of changes the whole meaning and the perspective of the song. But I do like the lyrics. The whole please remember me kind of reminds me of Breakfast Club a little bit or something, but I don't know. I do think it's kind of an epic song. I do think it's an epic song. Also a little bit of a sad song too. Maybe a tiny bit too long because it's like 8 minutes, But I just like the way it builds and the way the pianos and stuff going and stuff. And I don't know. I'm leaning between a 9 and a 10. Some days that song hits harder and then other days. I'll say 9.5. What do you think, Kevin?
I'll say like a 6.
Yeah.
The problem that I have, I think, when I hear Kite is I feel like maybe things are just drawn out too much. Granted the intro didn't help at all. Like, freaking
it was like 2.5 minutes.
But I'm not sure because like I think about like, okay, Hearts of Black Science, Zinnik. I'm trying to draw from what I know, and then try and figure out what these guys are like. Trust and whatever. And it does seem like I was getting a little bit of a vibe of like Diary of Dreams, where it's a little bit more of like a driving kind of more about the bass and the voom 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 voom. Like I can't. I was getting a little bit of that Diary of Dreams kind of vibe with the music and stuff. But then the higher synth type stuff kind of it reminded me a bit of like Hearts of Black Science or whatever. But then the vocals are its own thing, of course. I'm not a fan of the vocals, if I'm gonna listen to synth pop and stuff, I prefer like Zinnik or I prefer
some of the old school stuff too.
A lot of the 80s stuff, the Aha and Ultravox and stuff. But like I just think that maybe I guess just from what I've heard with Kite, I don't feel like they're as hook driven. I feel like they're much more about creating an atmosphere, and that like makes moodiness me and stuff. More about setting the mood and the atmosphere. And that's one area that I struggle with Hearts of Black Science also. Is they're more spacey ambient.
I remember you and Chad in that video.
So with the synth pop stuff, I do like the stuff that I can kind of sing along to and stuff instead of like repetitive pounding into me just the same message over and over again, and I'm like, oh my gosh, leave me alone. It just kind of bothers me a bit, some of the just over and over and over again, and it's like but it's not like I hated it. I do like some of the atmosphere that they established, but that's one issue I have with post-rock too and everything. It's just I don't like how long it takes, so I just feel like there's not enough ideas and it's drawn out and everything, and it's just so but we'll see, because I've never listened to this album. I don't know what else they've got going, because I could be wrong. Maybe there's other songs that I would dig more or something.
I do think that there's some that will click more. Definitely the shorter songs, like the less epic songs. I think you'll probably enjoy those more straightforward ones, And there are definitely some catchier, like banger type tracks too.
But that's the thing too, is I'm going into this with years of music and everything. I have my own biases and prejudices on certain, how they transition into this and this and that and whatever. And so, I want to have like an open mind and stuff, but like anything that has to do with atmosphere, spacey, whatever stuff, where it feels like it's kind of like lulling a bit, I have a hard time, So then
I do also with some post-rock stuff, or I think maybe my threshold is different than yours, but I definitely have a threshold also where I'm like, it's been 13 minutes and this is the same thing, and some music like that is rough for me.
Like even like Anathema's newer stuff, I don't like it as much as like that area between the late 90s to, I would say, up to 2010. Like Weather Systems is still good and everything, but anything after Weather System, there's some Anathema stuff that I struggle with, just some of the newer stuff, because I feel like it's more about creating that atmosphere instead of having like these catchy songs and stuff, But it seems like a lot of artists and stuff are going in this direction. Like everyone wants to be like
like creating
like everyone was listening to Interstellar, like the movie, and everyone wants to do all this, it just kind of gets aggravating.
Speaking of Interstellar, there is a song that has total Hans Zimmer vibes to it, which I'm down for. I think it's cool, but
But same thing with all the gent prog metal crap. Like a lot of that stuff's been pissing me off too in the 2010s and stuff, because it's all about that, whatever. So anyways, like I said, I'm going in this and I have a lot of bias and prejudice and stuff, but I'm trying not to be like, you know what I mean? And so
at least you're freaking going through the whole album. That's more than a lot of people. So some people won't even give it a chance.
Yeah, I'll say this, like I'll try and be as generous as I can. I'll try and have an open mind, and I'll do the best that I can. Yeah. But some of this stuff, it might have to have like I'll have to listen to it multiple times before then I'll be like, dang, that's actually pretty good, And so it's like, sure, in this sitting, it'll be my first time going through this album and stuff, and then it'll just be locked away forever and ever on YouTube or whatever.
Even if you become a fan of this, like in 5 years, like, dude, this album's sick.
Exactly.
You're always gonna remember this first exposure.
The first exposure to where it's like, it was more new to me, and whatever. So
true. And for me, I've heard this freaking dozens and dozens of times since it came out. So it's kind of like, I'm approaching this as the fanboy of the video, being like, this is sick, and then you're approaching it as a skeptic, like the newcomer of like, I don't know, convince me,
Right, exactly.
And I think that's totally fine.
Like I can be convinced, but we'll just see how it goes. So,
true. You ready for track 2, Changing?
Yeah, let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, these songs are freaking sick. Here's Changing.
Do you feel like it's like Diary of Dreams a bit?
A little bit, yeah. It definitely has that dark wave vibe that Diary of Dreams has.
Yeah. See, if it had the low voice back.
Yeah, I know. I believe it's just like exactly. Yeah, I know.
Like I'd be like, dude, this is like Diary of Dreams.
Yeah, no. It definitely has some similarities to it. Yeah.
Should be like the chorus or something. Like that was the bridge. I'm changing, and there's no chorus.
Yeah.
Where's the chorus?
It's really just that sort of melodic motif that they just go back to.
Yeah.
right, bro. This is your go.
Man, I don't know. My ratings are going to be kind of weird. I don't know how to rate some of this stuff.
Yeah.
I found it kind of strange because I felt like there was like no chorus, you know. And you mentioned that like, oh yeah, well they keep going back to the that main main melody and stuff like that's kind of the, but it just I don't know. I thought the verse section was pretty good and everything, you know, and then. That's the thing. When I think about like some of the post-rock stuff I've listened to, I feel like there's not a payoff. I feel like there's like I would have been okay with some kind of maybe I just got Diary of Dreams on my mind, but I would have been okay with some kind of a ding 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 life goes on where are we going life goes on
instead of having these long instrumental breaks
you know, because I feel like it's you know, it's like because when he's saying like, you know, I'm checking in, I'm changing,
like that's
into
it for
what?
The chorus.
Yeah, into what's happening? You know, like I don't know, it feels a little bit aloof. Yeah, you know, but for some people that might be the point, you know. But I don't know. So I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm not going to give a rating yet. What do you think?
It's like a 9.5 or a 10 to me. I like how the electronic dude keeps on layering each time they go back into that with like more sound and stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's like softer, dun, 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 dun. And then the next time, dun, 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 and then the third time, bum, 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 bum. You know, it's just like I don't know. I like how it gets more aggressive and it gets more kind of almost panicky sounding or whatever. You know, I really dig it. I think I'm gonna go 9.5 though. I wonder if, it kind of comes and goes because it's only like 3 minutes and 20 whatever seconds, you know?
Yeah.
So it definitely comes and goes. But every time I listen to it, I'm always kind of like, man, this is just a really cool song. You know what I mean? Maybe not a masterpiece, but I think 9.5. I do love this song a lot. But
I'll give it a 6.5. I did like it more than track 1. But I could kind of see why track 1 could be better for some people. I just feel like changing. I felt like there could have been more of a cool payoff or something, you know.
Yeah. One thing that I do like about Kite too is like for similarly to Trust. When I first heard Trust, it was that Destroyer Part 1 album, and immediately I thought, wow, that's such a unique voice. That's very interesting. Right. Like I hadn't heard somebody that sounds like that Robert guy. And it's same thing with this dude. Like when I heard this, I'm like, wow, dude, his voice is so unique. Like nobody else really sounds like that guy. And I think for me, like when people just sound like their own thing, that just elevates music a lot for me. Instead of like, oh man, I've heard this kind of synthpop guy before like a million times or something, like a British sounding voice or something. Yeah. I don't know, you know. But anyways, just something I was like thinking about while the song was going. You ready for track 3? Hand Out the Drugs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You'll remember this one.
Yeah, and this one you've probably played for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You know this one. Yeah. Get a little support.
This actually reminds me of March of Black Science.
Yeah, like Timeless or something. Yeah, for sure.
Sounds like.
Yeah, that song reminds me a bit of Depeche Mode. Just like the clanging sound reminds me of like just like the '80s Depeche Mode sound or whatever, when they use a little bit more of those mechanical sounds in their synth pop. But it sounds more epic than what like Depeche Mode does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the refrain. I think it's really catchy. Just one of those songs when I first heard it when it was released as a single. I remember just playing it all the time. You know, I still love that song. I give it a 10 out of 10. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, it definitely had that whole timeless, Hearts of Black Science kind of feel to it. I'm gonna give that one an 8.5. Definitely my favorite, like so far. Yeah, a little more straightforward. I feel like,
Yeah, true. Cool. Should we move on to the Trano Stenslanda?
Yeah.
Trano Stenslanda.
Stenslanda.
Yeah, I think these are places in Sweden, but I don't know. I don't speak Swedish, so I don't know. Then that Swedish person, actually, it's a lot of these songs have this epic-y kind of, almost orchestral sounding, or I don't know, maybe not orchestral, but the cinematic sounding vibe to it. Yeah, what'd you think, bro?
I'm gonna give that one an 8. I think that one's better than the first two because at least there's actually a release. You know, every time he goes up and starts going, it feels like a release, like the talking part led up to it, and then you could go back into the talking part, and then just ending out with the it feels a little more compact. Like there's a little bit of a reason for moving into these sections, you know. I'm glad that they didn't dilly-dally and just screw around with freaking... If he would do the talking part and then they just kept going... You know, I would be like, come on, man. So I like the fact that he goes high and just... It feels like a ballad to me. It feels like a nice ballad.
Yeah.
Feels like it actually has a release. Like it makes me feel pretty good inside. And yeah, I think that one's better than track 1 and 2. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That one's one of the weaker songs for me. So
I mean, I do think three was probably a little bit better, but only by a 0.5 more. Like, I thought this one was nice. I still
Tranquil.
Luminous, perhaps. You know, a little like luminous.
We're not going there again.
You know, it's just I thought it was pretty good.
I'm thinking 7.5 or an 8. I think it's a great ballad. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it in the context of the album, but I don't know. I guess I want a little bit more. I do like the lyrics. I like this idea of like escaping from a small town, or like there's a lack of kindness there and stuff like that. I think the lyrics are really good. Okay, I'll do an 8 too, because it probably shouldn't be lower than your score. No, but I do enjoy it. I think it's cool, and I do like how he does go higher and stuff. Like, you know, I do think it's a great ballad, but as on this album, there's other ballads I think I like a little more. I don't know. I'll do an 8 though. But it's compared to the first 3, it feels like a step down for me.
But it feels nice that it went for something nice and beautiful sounding, and they didn't shy away from that. And I'm glad that it just was a little tranquil, little chill, and so on and so forth. And I don't know. Sometimes it seems like
endearing, perhaps.
Yeah, when it reminds me a little bit of like Gunning Down Romance. You know that song,
Savage Garden.
You know, it's like sometimes I think maybe in music culture or something like that, there's a crowd of people that are like, it can't be too flavorful, or it can't be too melodic, or it can't be too sing-songy, or whatever, you know. And I feel like there are bands that on purpose try not to do something that would just be kind of nice sounding, you know. And I thought that was actually kind of nice sounding like song, you know, and I'm glad that they didn't shy away from just these nice little harmonies or whatever, you know what I mean? So I hope that makes sense.
I think
so. I just like I said,
I'm just glad you enjoyed the song,
because we're in an age where it does feel like everything's been done already, and I'm just so sick of hearing so many newer bands trying to.
You're like that they step more into sentimental music,
right?
You're
like, that's exactly
awesome.
what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying.
Like, dude, don't get me wrong. I like Leprous, you know, especially like the early stuff and everything. But there's something about their newer stuff that just kind of rubs me the wrong way. It bothers me, and I feel like a lot of music culture is trying to go into this artsy direction and stuff. And then anything pop oriented or whatever is like totally like shunned and like this is whatever. If you don't understand this artsy stuff, you're obviously an idiot. And I'm like, well, you guys are the fucking idiots because you guys are like acting like because everyone wants to feel like they're freaking
intellectuals and crap.
Yeah, and they're like, special, and that they're pushing the norms and whatever.
And sometimes it's like when everybody's doing the same thing, it's not actually like groundbreaking, or it's not interesting, or it's not new. It's just kind of like pretending that you're new when you're actually just kind of following the trend.
It's and I don't know. I got a lot of problems with the music scene today and everything. And,
I got problems too.
And the stuff coming out. But like, I like to put on, like, for instance, like Boy Meets Girl or whatever, you know, Waiting for a Star to Fall. There's some songs that the way they're structured and everything, I just feel like we've lost something along the way, you know. I don't know. I hope I'm making sense.
No, I think you're making sense. I do like this album because, dude, when I'm listening to this on my own, I feel like it's a blend of sentimentality as well as tragedy in a lot of these songs. Because a lot of these songs, like, some of them, like, will hit me in the feels, you know? And there's just something about their music making that feels really personal to me. And I don't know why it translates that way. And I don't know why I can't translate these songs to other people for it to hit them like that personally. Mm-hmm. But for me, there's something about the way Kite arranges these sort of pop songs or whatever that, I don't know, it just really gets me in the feels. And it's almost like, even though I didn't understand the words of a lot of these songs, there was still something being communicated to me that I thought was special, you know? And I was just like, this is really cool. So now I'm going through the lyrics and I'm like, oh, that's what it's about, you know?
I just feel like, I guess maybe I'm a bit like biased and sentimental to like, I grew up with a lot of the 80s and 90s type pop stuff and whatever.
Yo, me too.
But I guess like the question that comes into my mind, or maybe it's just a thought that comes into my mind, is something along the lines of like, do we even really understand what pop is? And then I ask myself, well, have we discarded stuff? And then we accidentally threw away some sort of special ingredient that isn't the only thing for pop. Like there's definitely a lot of garbage pop stuff that pisses me off, and I'm like, whatever. But then it's kind of like, but did we get rid of that special ingredient that maybe got thrown out with the rest of the garbage pop stuff? You know, I don't know.
I think a part of the argument that you're bringing up that I have an issue with a lot of pop stuff is somewhere in the 2000s, pop transformed into everybody trying to be hard, everyone trying to be edgy pop, everyone trying to be, and that could have its place.
Very attitude pop.
Very attitude pop, and that could have its place, but there's something lost when nobody seems to be writing sentimental, like heartfelt ballads anymore. It's like, for fudge sakes, guys, like we still listen to your song from Elton John or whatever, you know? There's almost like this snide sort of in the last 10 or 20 years where they feel like sentimentality and heart on the sleeve type songwriting is almost like passe or something. Mm-hmm. And anytime an artist writes something that is more like, this is more heart on my sleeve or whatever, and these are words that are maybe like cliche to some people, but this is how it's going. Like, to me, that stuff still moves me. So I'm kind of like, dude, I'm down for that, you know?
Yeah. We were talking earlier too about, you know, hardships in the music business and stuff. And we talked a little bit about how, dude, back in the day, like so many bands and artists were getting ripped off by record labels and, you know, whatever. And those who had a lot of drive and whatever, like persevered. Still were, they persevered and still were able to kind of make a mark or whatever, you know. I do think that there is something about music today, or even just the world or culture or whatever. There's a lot of darkness and whatever in the world, but I also can't help but feel like, almost like, since the internet and since whatever, it does feel like maybe we're a bit spoiled, you know? And I can't help but think that there's a lot of narcissism and just spoiled, rotten, whatever in the music that's being pushed out in the last 15, 20 years. And I think like, even back when I think about when we were like kids and stuff, like we didn't have a lot of money when we were kids and everything, but there was a lot of kids like us or whatever, you know, growing up in late 80s, early 90s, whatever. And it makes me think that like, man, like, you still have people coming out of the Great Depression and then they could still write a love song. And then like things are so much better now, you know,
and then no one's writing
a great love song. Like, you know, I do wonder if sometimes hardship and everything, like maybe we're just too freaking arrogant, too egotistical, too pampered. Yeah. And I'm just kind of like, dude, like it's like, oh, how great do we think we are? And it's like, not very great. You know, I don't know, man. And it's weird because it's like, I'm not even that freaking old. But I feel a little bit like an old fogey sometimes because there's
a lack of appreciation for things.
And not only that, but like people are so quick to just criticize so much, you know, and some of that is like, well, yeah, dude, it's the freaking internet, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, whatever. Yeah. But I don't want the memory of music's past to be sort of like, I don't know, it sounds lame, but it's like, yeah, when someone listens to like, for instance, I think it's a pretty good love song. It's not my favorite, but like the song like I Want to Know What Love Is from Foreigner or whatever, you know, it's like I can understand someone to be like, oh yeah, you know, my parents listened to this and it's whatever, you know. But there was a time when that song didn't exist, and there's a time when other songs like that did not exist. And when it came out or whatever, there was some person who was like, dude, it was my senior year, like I was going through a breakup or whatever, and like, you know, like it really resonated with someone back then. Now it's been almost like put in as like a a historical artifact.
Yeah.
But you can't get any passion out of it anymore.
Now,
or something.
the only time you hear that movie is in a Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
Or something,
like
in a scene where it's like satirical, where it's like,
yeah.
this is cheesy, this is obviously whatever. And it's kind of like, yeah, I could see that, and it's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's like, there's a lot of commercial music back in the day from a lot of artists that could really move people. And it's like, it's okay if you think that's trite and that's freaking whatever, because not everything has to click. But at the same time, it's like, don't you, like, look in your heart. Like, don't you have a pop song that you listen to that either your dad or your mom played for you or whoever, it doesn't even have to be them, that still resonates to some deeper part of you? You know what I mean? And I miss that about pop music.
And I'll say, like take for instance the Righteous Brothers. I guess in real life, like, they hated each other and everything, you know. And it's kind of like, look, I'm not saying that like all music back then was all pure and everyone was a freaking saint and really, you know,
not true.
Like, some people, they knew how to write really good pop songs and stuff, but they didn't believe it. Sure, that does happen for sure. But I just don't like the cynicism of today, you know, and the whole like, well, we know better and, you know, whatever. And it's just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, Unchained Melody, yo.
Yeah, Unchained Melody's great, you know?
Dude.
but
one of the best freaking love songs ever.
Sorry, I'm kind of going on a rant a little bit, but it's just kind of like, it's funny because like
I'm down for these freaking conversations.
Well, it's like I do have a big bone to pick with a lot of like the metal culture and the metal music going on and whatever, you know. But there's a lot of good too, you know.
True.
And I just feel like there's issues with a lot of these other genres also. You know what I mean? There's probably issues in the synthpop, you know, genres or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is that, look, I don't have all the freaking answers. I don't, you know everything, but I will say this. I don't want to just dismiss something because I think I'm right and whatever. You know, I don't want to be so arrogant because I've been wrong before in the past, you know.
Me too.
And so it's like, it might take me a little bit because I can't love everything, you know. But, and who knows, maybe
you're gonna love Kite, I guess.
Well, maybe I'm the fool. Maybe I'm wrong about culture today. Maybe I'm wrong about the younger generations and the younger music and the newer bands coming out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do have the depth of feeling.
Maybe there
and,
is some
whatever.
good stuff.
Maybe
out
there's
there.
something there,
and maybe we just
you know?
haven't found some of it. You know,
right? But I'm just like, sorry. I know we keep talking about ranting about power metal and stuff. I'm so tired of like the D&D crap and the dressing up and what. It's almost like, I'm so sick of the caricatures of music and stuff. You know, I don't care about dressing up. I don't care. You know, it's just, where do the melodies go? How do the lyrics go? How does it resonate? You know, it's just, it just feels like very detached. You know, I feel like we lived in a very
everything's
detached
been
world.
commercialized and mainstream to a way that maybe the music and stuff feels a little less authentic. I guess.
Less authentic. Yeah,
less meaningful. Cool. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that ballad. I think the Nicholas and the Christian, I think it's Nicholas and Christian. Forgive me if that's not your two names, but I think they made some really good music and stuff. And that's why I'm kind of like glad that we're doing this, because I do want to try to like promote this band more, and you know, in my freaking small way. I'm not a I don't reach that many people, but just in a small way to just be like, dude, this stuff is freaking sick. Let's listen to it. You know, you ready for "Don't Take the Light Away"?
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, this one's a freaking banger.
And sometimes music also can bring up the conversation and can just inspire thoughts and, you know, whatever. So just kind of how it goes.
Yeah, that's the thing. I like that we just go on random tangents and talk about whatever comes up. Like, to me, that's really fun about doing this with you. You know.
Like every video where it's like,
I don't know. It might be a little bit. Some of it sounds really real, but some of it, I don't know. Like, some parts, some little effects and stuff.
that they were, yeah. Some are shorter, I promise. Yeah, I give that one a 10. I freaking love that song. I love the lyrics. The lyrics seem to be kind of like yearning for like some kindness in the freaking world. And what's funny is like I showed this song. Well, I shared this album to both Mike and Werner as well. Just shared it with them online, and they both like. I think they went through the whole thing, but both of them said this song was like the one that stuck out for them. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I do feel like some of these songs, when I have it cranked in my car and I'm driving, it definitely hits more. Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts though?
This one definitely felt the most like modern, if that makes sense. I don't know if it's just the way in which the vocals are delivered and everything. It definitely felt like there was some kind of what is that called?
Effect or something?
Yeah, some kind of effect going on and everything. But I don't know. I'm leaning. I think I'll say like a 7.5. I'm not sure why. I'm a little less hesitant about getting behind this one.
Yeah.
It's I don't know.
New. No,
it's new.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so yeah, I'll give it a 7.5.
7.5. Let's move on.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'm not sure what more to add.
Yeah. Ready for Teenage Bliss?
Yeah.
Here we go. Teenage Bliss. This is another one, kind of like two, where the chorus is super short. And it kind of has like a little refrain.
What's
think are like the two shortest tracks.
Yeah, what'd you think, bro?
It's my turn, huh? I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Just kind of a jingle, you know.
Yeah.
Just, you know, just jingle. There's
Jingle
not a
on.
lot to that song though.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little. It's kind of there.
Yeah. This song reminds me of Young Turks from Rod Stewart. Young Hearts, you will. You know, that whole song, you know? Which is a good thing, you know? I think that's pretty dope. This is another song, same thing with Remember Me. When it was released as a single, I wasn't really all that impressed with it. I was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, another song, but pretty good, you know? And then over time, like, for some reason, this song, I've just fallen in love with it. And it's really that whole part when they go into that whole but soon you'll know in the end. Like, there's something about the way it transitions from the verse section to that part to me that just sounds so magical sounding. I don't know why. I can't even explain it.
What do you give it?
It's like, I give it a 10.
Okay.
I love that song now. But I don't know. I don't know why it clicked all of a sudden. It's a short song. I like it. I don't know. It's that little section part leading into it to me just sounds so freaking awesome. But I don't think I could explain it beyond that. You know what I mean? You ready for Demons and Shame?
Yeah, let's do it.
So this is
the first one
I think this is the first I ever heard. Yeah, I think so. Either that or Dance Again. But it was around 2017, I think.
Yeah.
Because I think this song was like just new, and it was on this Progress Productions compilation like CD that I got. This is one that you definitely know too, because I've played this one a lot, like, just over the years.
Yeah, I know this song.
Yeah. Yeah, you know this one.
I know.
Dude, this is another one. When I have it cranked in the car, it just sounds so cool.
guess you get to go first on this one.
Yeah. This is a song I've always loved. I think there's like a tragedy to it that is really appealing. The whole idea of like dreamers, these people, they have to believe in things that they don't see, but when reality hits or whatever, it's always so devastating or whatever. And I feel like this song kind of like exemplifies that as well. But there's almost like a hopelessness of like, you can't stop being a dreamer. There's like, they need it like I need it. I have to be a dreamer too. But then there's like this, you know, when reality sets in or something. And I just think it's epic. I think it's really cool. I've just always loved it. I like how the synths get kind of more pronounced at different parts in the song and stuff. And yeah, I give it a 10. What do you think, though?
I'm going to give it a 6. This is the song that makes me think, like, this is why I don't really care for Kite that much, because you played this song so much in the car, and it's so monotonous to me. It just goes on, and it's the same thing, and it's just like, I'm always like, dude, when is this song going to be over? Because it doesn't change at all. It just stays in the or whatever, you know. It's like, dude, I ain't here for no Terminator 2, like Judgment Day. It just, yeah, this song doesn't really connect with me. I don't like hate it or whatever, but this is a song that you've played a lot around me, and I think maybe for you really love it.
Yeah.
And thinking that like it's like a good standout one for someone who doesn't know him real well, but I don't think this is a good one to share with someone, because it's
Start
just,
with hand out the drugs or
yeah, hand out the drugs, and honestly, even track 5 would be a better one to try and get someone into it. This one's more like I don't know. It's too just kind of slow and
like plotting in a way.
I don't know about plotting, you know, not no Awaken the Giant plotting. It's just, yeah, it's too moody and whatever, like, to where I'm just like, dude, like, there's nothing really all that appealing in this song, you know, it's,
yeah, tomato, you know. You ready?
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay.
It is what it is.
It's funny because it's like, that was probably one that got me into them, you know, so it's like, yeah, but I do see your point, though.
Yeah,
like, I don't think it probably is the best starting track for somebody, you know, but who knows?
It really just stays in that vein. And if you like that, then great. But, you know, I'm like waiting for something to change or something interesting to happen instead of just repeating the same stuff over and over again. So,
yeah. Cool. You ready for Glassy Eyes?
Yeah.
Here is Glassy Eyes. Yeah, this is like the shortest track. Excuse me. Yo, Glassy Eyes.
That is the right way.
Legit way.
Yeah. It's weird to see it with a C.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cut my heart out. It was worn out years ago. Just like my dress, torn and boring. Monday morning, here we go. But I won't cry. Deep as I go.
feel like this song could have been really freaking good, but I feel like I kind of wish the vocal lines were all delivered like what do you call it, like an octave lower, instead of being like
Deep as I go.
exactly.
Not-
If it was much more
Yeah.
softer and
Nothing
somber,
to find.
exactly.
Oh,
I feel like that would have
I-
been so much better because
think
it's,
I might
it's
agree
way
with you
too
there.
abrasive with him doing it like I won't cry, and I'm just like I wanted it to stay more somber, and heck, even maybe have some backing vocal stuff, you know. Like it could have been much better of a ballad. Instead, it feels more like an abrasive ballad.
Like singing it an octave higher made it a little more
Yeah.
aggressive rather than warm and kind of
exactly.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh man, what do I give it though?
This is one where sometimes I'm in love with this song, and then sometimes I'm a little bit like, oh, you know, like I like it better than Trano Stenslanda, but
I'll give it a 7 because I feel like the bones of this song are really good, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. I like the keyboard kind of organ feel and everything. And heck, you could have added in maybe some kind of acoustic guitar at some point or whatever, you know.
little piano
and some,
or something.
Yeah, something like...
Every time he does say that, everything dies. Like I'm like, that's a great freaking like little melody. Like he does that a lot in these songs, where it's like
Yeah.
he'll say a note, but then he'll like kind of drag it along. You know,
Yeah,
like
it does that
hand
a
out the
lot.
drugs. You know, like he does
Sometimes
that
it's
a
freaking
ton.
annoying,
But sometimes it's like it's a little touch.
That moment's good.
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes
yeah.
it's a touch in there. You're just like, man, that's so awesome how he's doing that. You know, like I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave that one an 8.5. I do think it's a great ballad. Some days it's a freaking like 9.5 for me because it's
Right.
just like sometimes that ballad just hits hard. But I don't know. Sometimes in a different setting and whatnot, it doesn't hit as hard for me. So yeah, I think 8.5 is fair.
Yeah.
You ready for Bocelli?
Yeah, let's do it.
This one's another ballad. So this is like the little ballad moment of the album. It does seem like the ballads are kind of more your thing though, because it's like not too stretched out, and it's kind of like
Not that
I see.
spacey ambient stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm really interested in hear your thoughts on the last two like songs, because those ones are kind of different.
oh yeah.
I change the sound inside my head to come around. Don't wake the dead. I switch my ways to seize the day.
Like we didn't need that trill there.
That's what's funny is for me it's like it doesn't really bother me at all, but I can see why it would for other people though. I can totally see that. Yeah.
I've built my walls. I've found my clothes. I gave it all, but lost the sun. Salvation come down to us. Come clear the skies before we cry. Down my fragile mind, I change the sound.
I kind of like ending it on that. I change the sound. That's cool. Yeah. This dude just hanging out with Yeah, on their albums, they always have like this little that's always like the trademark for it's like a handbook book for all those guys. I don't know, but it's on like all the records and stuff. I know. Grant a couple wishes, I was like, come on, man. Really?
Just waking you
Golly,
up. That's-
dude. Freaking hey, man. What the fuck is the problem? Like, dude. Like, it's already freaking dragging on. Dragging butt on that ending there, and then you just had to freaking golly, man. So, is this you?
This is me. Honestly, this is probably my least favorite song on the record. I give it a 6. I think it's good, and I understand they're going for this grandiose kind of vibe, but some of the other ballads I just like more, you know?
Yeah.
This one just doesn't connect as much with me, you know? Good song, but not as good as the rest. Take it away, bro.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a 5. Like, I felt like this song just kind of stayed in its own vein.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really like I liked the where the melody would go in like the fourth line was always kind of nice. And then it just goes back into the same vein. Something I crossed, whatever. Like you know, it's just an average song. I felt like you know I don't know. I'm not sure what I'd change with it. I just don't think that it's the best.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably my least favorite also.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. You ready for Bowie 95?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest David Bowie fan.
Yeah. Well, at least this. I don't think this really sounds like David Bowie at all. So that's probably good for you.
We just listened to a ton of David Bowie on that movie.
Life Aquatic with Steve Suzuki.
Yeah.
Honestly, this stretch of Bocelli, this one and the next are like kind of the weaker section of the album for me.
Yeah.
But then it closes on 2 awesome songs, so I'm kind of like, oh cool. I mean, the last one is just an instrumental outro kind of thing.
This sounds like it.
Oh yeah.
Or no, this sounds like Trust.
Oh yeah, I can hear that. Yeah, that whole, you know, yeah. Did David Bowie do that? Nah.
David Bowie, yeah.
It's all yeah. Awesome movie.
Beach Boys. Very good American music.
first I thought that was you.
Wait, what?
There was like a and then at first I thought you were doing that.
Like I'm sitting there
I
going,
know. I thought you were like singing along or something. Because it sounded weird in that speaker, and it sounded like it was coming from you, you know? I don't know, it was just funny.
I'm just sitting here.
I know. This is only 4 songs and then an outro kind of song. It's like a, it's like 3 now. Oh, okay, that's fine. But it's like kind of a repetitive 7 minutes. But these 2 songs are a bit longer, like in more the 6 to 7 range. But then Panic Music is.
But you said that they're good though, right?
They're good though, yeah. Like Panic Music is. So we got Panic Music, and we got Losing, then Hopelessly and Holy, and then the outro. So 3 songs and 1 outro.
From this.
Let's see, whose turn is it? It is your turn, bro.
I'm gonna give that one a 6. Yeah, just kind of there.
Yeah.
You know, didn't really, just not enough. Just not enough of a release.
Yeah.
Not enough something happening.
Yeah.
Just kind of goes on and on.
I know the fatigue is probably setting in, but
It just goes on and on, man. It's like
I give it 7.5. I think it's a great song, but I do think it's weaker from like the highs of like some of the songs that came before it, you know. I still enjoy it. I still think it's a great song, but yeah, just not as, it just doesn't connect with me as much as some of the other earlier tracks did, you know. You ready for Panic Music?
Yeah.
Panic Music.
Politics. 46.
Away from this. This one has that newer kind of sound to it. This one's very much similar to Don't Take the Light Away.
Don't follow me, idiots. Yeah, idiots. This is where Kite goes hard.
This reminds me of Hearts of Black Science. This sounds like something that they would do, you know.
Honestly, these people probably all know each other.
I know. Probably they're all like making the same music in the same place. No, that's
Like Sweden's a small country.
yeah.
And you've got 15 billion of these artists, like, you know, within the metal scene, or you know, they got a healthy synth scene, or
Yeah,
whatever.
we got a lot of good bands in Sweden. But it's like that sort of. It reminds me of like modern kind of music, the little like hitting the. You know,
I'm so sick of it.
Yeah. Now every time I hear that, it just sounds so funny.
You know, little idiots up there. It feels like who's that comedian guy who just did that first thing? This feels like a rap that you would do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yeah, this feels a bit like a rap.
Yeah. I know.
In my mind.
Yeah. No, it's definitely. Yeah.
Maybe some black holes, I guess.
Yeah.
This does sound very new age. Like new stuff.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh, this is the one that you said was in the beginning of the video. You said this is the most modern sounding. These things come on. Don't put that part. We're going to do a little OBI thing. Yeah. I won't rip it. Oh, idiots in my life. Boys out of here. I'm creating black holes here.
Black holes,
Idiots,
bitch.
get out of here. Creating idiots in my life. You better get some son. From man to boy to son. Idiot, get out of here. Creating idiots in my life.
Yeah, no, it's funny because it's like, yeah, it definitely is a song where Kite freaking goes like hard. It sounds like a rap in some ways.
Black holes.
Yeah, but I actually do enjoy the song. I actually think it's still a really good song.
Make me
But-
sing.
I know, but it's definitely the most like aggro, like aggressive
Yeah.
sounding and stuff, you know, which is yeah. But I guess it's my turn. I
Yeah.
like it kind of on par with David Bowie 95. I think it's a great song, but it's not as special as like the other tracks on the album. But dude, that whole idiots, you know, bit was just really funny to read, and yeah, just kind of funny. What do you think, bro?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah, that was like the worst
that was
one.
Definitely the worst one. It was
just not
It was
good.
kind of not really there. It was not really.
It just wasn't happening.
It wasn't really pumping and booming for me, man.
No, dog. I'm sorry, dog.
No, dog. I'm sorry,
not for
dog.
me.
Oh, it's a pass.
It's the best.
Yeah. It's just not my thing. I kind of feel like if I was like a 20-year-old kid or whatever, then it probably would have been great. But
Yeah.
it's just not from my era. It's not from whatever.
Yeah. I do like the part when he's like, I searched the star. I like that whole section when they go into it. But yeah, maybe I'll go 7. Because I do think it's
Idiots
probably
in my
a little bit
life.
freaking idiots, you know. No, but I still enjoy it. I still think it's a really good song. I like it better than Bocelli, at least, you know.
Yeah.
But these next two are freaking bangers. So
They're good.
yeah,
Okay.
these next two are amazing. These are some of my favorites also. So
Okay.
I don't know if you trust me anymore, but
I don't know if I trust
you. But these are, I think these ones are cool.
I have to find out.
Also, it's got Henrik de la Cour doing like low vocals on it, and it's got Anna von Hoswolf or whatever also doing like female vocals.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Anna.
Anyway, you know, you and Anna, you know, you guys go way back. I'm actually more familiar with Henrik than I am with Anna. I've heard some of her music, and it's kind of more experimental. It's cool, but I need to jump into her more. Whereas Henrik, I'm like, freaking banger.
You've played a little bit of the Henrik guy around me. It's just kind of okay for me. You know, I'm not as much of the synth pop guy as you are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Henrik came out with a new album like a week ago or whatever, and I only first heard it like a couple days ago. So
I like me some Aha. I like me some.
Sorry, go on. Go on.
Some New Order. You know, I like all that stuff, but
yeah,
I'm just not as much of a synth pop guy for you. It resonates more for you, but it's.
Yeah.
I don't have an emotional attachment to all this stuff the way that you do.
Yeah,
you know?
true.
Like it's like, oh, good song or whatever, you know. But I've got more of an emotional attachment to say Zinnik out of all of them. But
but that's you.
But that's me.
Idiots in my life. Dunking on them idiots. No, I'm messing. Okay, you ready for losing?
All right, yeah. Let's get serious.
Yeah. No, this one's pretty awesome. Serious. And I like
Anathema.
Nicholas with the Henrik dude. Like both of them together, I think they sound really good together. In fact, I hope they keep singing more songs because sound pretty good.
Anathema.
It does feel. Oh yeah, are you there? Yeah, very anathema-y.
Are you there?
Supposed to be. Oh, you there?
It's deadly quiet in your old heart. Are you there? Am I delight in your life? A sense of home in the dark. Credit yours, but it's losing all meaning. Are you there? I can't describe the desolation it hung over real life. I've got pictures from old times,
Oh, you dare, Kevin.
black and white as we always were. They are yours. But they're losing all meaning. Are you there? It's deadly quiet in your old heart. Are you there? I see dark skies on the rise, and daylight shows no remorse. And I realize it is my life, but it's losing all meaning.
Never-ending story. Here we go.
Hey, story, take it away. Lisa Gerard a little bit. Or Lisa Gerardi, you know. Yeah, bro, this is yours.
I don't know. I don't know, Ian. I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Well, at least it was better than Panic Music, right?
It was.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Man, I don't know what to think of this one.
For real life. Should I go?
I guess I'll give it a 6.5. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was kind of just
good.
there for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was kind of nice that things kind of picked up a little bit because, like, it was just dragging on for a little while there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much to say. Take it away, bro.
All right, I'll take it away. I do think this is one of the stronger songs with like Nicholas. Like his voice when he comes in is just I just freaking love it. It just sounds awesome. And then when you have Henrik come in on like the second little bit when they're going through the verse, like man, it just sounds so awesome with both of them together. And like that whole part when it's like I can't describe the desolation and hunger for real life. Like that part, like it just, and I love how it echoes out and stuff. Like man, it just hits me.
Doesn't it feel a little forced though? Like the lyrics feel a little crammed?
I don't think so. No, not it at all.
Anyone? Nope.
No, not it at all. But yeah, should we move on to Hopelessly Unholy?
What did you give that one?
I gave it a 10. Yeah,
because I
love
could
that
see
song.
you typing it, but you know
Yeah, that's true. They don't know.
They don't know
yeah.
what you're.
They don't know what the hell I'm doing over here. They're like, for all I know, he just keeps leaning over and like, you know, like who knows?
Yeah. Playing maybe Keyboard Cat or something.
Yeah, playing freaking the little dinosaur game where you jump over the little cactus and stuff, you know? Like, I mean, this dinosaur's been running for a long damn time. I mean,
little dinosaur game.
So we're going to do the last two tracks together because Hum Hum is kind of like an outro piece. It's like a melody that's sort of just kind of repeated over and over again.
Okay.
So it's not really a song,
I think that game
think.
cheats, though. That dinosaur game, I think it cheats.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure it cheats, you know? I mean...
It's like
it doesn't seem like there's an end to it. It's like Tetris, you know?
Yeah. I don't believe that some kid cracked Tetris. I don't believe it.
Don't believe your lying eyes, man.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
So we're just going to do Hopelessly Unholy, and then we're just going to let Hum Hum play through. But we're going to rate Hopelessly Unholy.
Are we rating the last one or no?
I don't think we should.
Oh, okay.
It's literally like a melody that's just repeated over and over, and then like that's it. Yeah. Like. Yeah. Okay. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here's Hopelessly Unholy and Hum Hum.
Hum Hum.
Little Hum Hum action.
Little Hum Hum.
Yeah. Hum Hum. No, I love this freaking song. But this one reminds me of Hans Zimmer a lot, though.
Okay.
I'll be the judge of that. and not freaking like 80s Hans Zimmer where he's just like you know, like in like comedy movies and stuff, you know.
All that new age Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, that new age Hans
where he
Zimmer
got
stuff.
a little bit boring in the 2010s. He's like all that spacey stuff now.
Yeah. All that spacey stuff. little sound effects.
Resistless is your charm, repulsive is my soul, as my halo, and your tears come still. Every time that I stayed, it's like I was hopelessly unholy, and I'm kind of wishing you to say no.
You see?
Yeah. Sunshine.
Yeah, Sunshine.
Yeah.
I love that scene. That's like one of my favorite scenes. I love that scene.
But unfortunately I lack the will to fall. It's really pouring, but I'm finally recovering. And I'd rather keep a friend than to hurt someone again. With all these words you can rely on, but I can't if you can count on. I wish I could hold you back, but unfortunately I lack the will to fall. It's really pouring, but I'm finally recovering. And I'd rather keep a friend than to hurt someone again. But all these words you can rely on, but I can't give you can count on. I wish I could hold you back, but unfortunately I lack the will to fall. It's really pouring, but I'm finally recovering. And I'd rather keep a friend than to hurt someone again. With all these words you can rely on, but I can't give you can count on. Wish I could hold you back, but unfortunately I lack the will to fall. It's really pouring, but I'm finally recovering. And I'd rather keep a friend than to hurt someone again. All these words you can rely on, but I can't give you can count on.
Take it, Hans.
Freaking on. Take it home.
Take it home, Hans. Jada, what do you see?
I'm gonna just start adding up my score at least.
All right, because we're playing through the
Yeah, the outro
outro
melody. Is this part of Hum Hum? No, this is. Yo, is this Hum Hum? I don't know. Should we? Yeah, let's just let the play, and then we'll talk about that one.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
I'm looking for you because I don't trust my better judgment.
I don't know this album. Ooh, yeah, hum hum.
Hum Hum. Hum Hum. It does that. It is good. It's
So
a
they
good
doing a
outro.
hum?
They are humming.
Yeah, hum hum.
Hum hum,
Okay,
be humming.
okay. Yeah, we can do some hum hum. I'll take some hum. I thought it was was gonna be an instrumental with like something silly. I'll take some hum hum.
No, it's really like just this the whole entire time.
Okay, well, I'll take this. Better than a bad instrumental.
Where'd you get this one? I know.
Pull some Matthew McConaughey.
Where'd you get this one?
You got some Canadian what do you see?
What do you see, Canada? Right here? Yeah, right here? Or are you entering it in? What are you trying to do? I can help you, Kevin. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Woo! I guess you're my brother after all. Woo! We got it, boys! We got it! Yeah, hum hum.
Yeah.
Hum hum. Do your thing, man. Hum hum. that really surprises me. I do want to read these lyrics to the.
Yeah, I was gonna read them.
Okay, you do.
want me
Go
to?
ahead. I did.
Any
praise you want to do is cool with me.
Well, you're number 13, so you.
Oh, I'm supposed to number 10. What do you say? Like, this is a cool outro. Like, I like it. Like, I think it's cool, you know? But it's, you know, there's just not a lot to it. It's just that same thing over and over again, you know?
Little hum hum action, little hum hum action.
Although it sounds a little leprosy, but, you know. Screw Leprosy got nothing on hum hum.
Dude, I'm so sick of that dude going.
Oh, yeah.
I am so freaking sick of it, dude.
Yeah, all the vocalizations.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. Oh man.
Is that what that is?
That's
yeah,
your
yeah,
final.
okay.
Yeah.
I guess it goes a lot longer. It's like 4 minutes. Yeah. Still a nice moody little humming. I like humming stuff.
Yeah.
It's filling up on it just
Wait, what's that?
It's what's it called? Work of the machine. It's like track 3 on whenever
It's like no water or whatever.
No water is track 6. Yeah, it's the one.
It's like
where
the big machine.
It has that humming section. That's why it came to mind, because hum hum. You know? And it's like, wanna just the aim, wanna trigger. Something as this song. I haven't listened to that album in a long time.
Me neither. Yeah. So, Hopelessly Unholy. This is my turn to go. I freaking love Hopelessly Unholy. I love the lyrics. That song has given me chills so many freaking times before in the past. It's made me tear up. I find the message to be freaking moving. Take it away, Kevin. Take it away, because
So,
I want to hear your thoughts.
You know, bro,
because-
I'll give this to you, bro, because
Thank you.
I'll give this one a
Thanks.
10 as well, because like this song, it did move me inside. I was just like, dude, these lyrics are great. So we want to read for you guys the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
The lyrics are resistlessly, resist. Resist.
So that's the lyrics,
folks. Bleep that all, folks. I mean, who the hell says resistless, though? That's such a weird thing. Okay, so we get through the first word.
No, but these lyrics
Resistless
are
is your
really good,
charm.
though.
Repulsive is my soul. As my halo and your tears come down. Every time that I stayed, it's like I was hopelessly unholy. And I'm kind of wishing you to say no. My heart is kept on hold and my dignity is sold. I'm kind of restless, kind of hopeless. I've turned cold. My compass out of use. It's like I was born out of focus. No, I wouldn't say I know, but I do. I wish I could hold you back, but unfortunately I lack the will to fall. It's really boring, but I'm finally recovering, and I'd rather keep a friend than to hurt someone again. All these words you can rely on. What I can give, you can count on. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then they repeat that last bit, over and over again. But yeah, I thought it was. I felt like this song, just messaging wise, vocals and the messaging. I don't know. This song just was easier to internalize, and it felt a little bit like the vocalist. Maybe there was just something more to connecting the way he's singing it and the words and stuff. It just fit really well, you know. And so, yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I thought this was the banger of the... I don't know why you're playing freaking Demons and Shame over and over again.
Playing this.
And I did get a little bit of
I think I have played this song for you before, but it's like a random time. And,
but without lyrics.
With the lyrics.
Yeah, lyrics help and stuff. And
yeah, I love that part when he says, "Every time I stayed, it's like I was hopelessly unholy." Like, man, that just freaking hits me in the feels. Yeah. And I love whenever he's talking at the very end, like, because in a way, this song is almost about feeling like an inadequacy to be like a good, like either influence or a good friend or something. Yeah. But then it's kind of saying, but what I can give, I promise I will give you what I can, Right. And I find that so fudging incredibly moving,
And you and I, we're pretty hardcore about like our friend group and everything. Yeah. Like the thing is it's like, I remember someone saying this, like, you got two things in your life. Well, he was a guy and everything, but he's like, you've got your word and your balls, you know what I mean? And if you don't keep your word, it's like you got nothing. And so when we were growing up and everything,
I did not think that quote would pop up in this video.
But like, dude, like you and I, we're pretty hardcore. Like if we tell our friend, like, hey, we will call or whatever, we'll do
what we can. Yeah.
And so it's like, because it's like, especially if you're around people who don't keep their word, if you're around a lot of liars and, whatever, it's almost like you become this uncanny, crazy, freaking, like, hardcore person because you're just like, I'm sick of the failures, I'm sick of the excuses and whatever, like, I'm going to be hardcore and keep my relationships alive and so on and so forth. Yeah. And that's something that is just, I don't know. I related to this song as well, and just
hopelessly unholy.
Yeah, I thought it was a great one, but I mean, people need to keep their words, man. Like, it's anyway. So I thought it was a good song and everything.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do the scores, and then I'll let you kind of share your final thoughts, and then I'll share my final thoughts and close it out.
Yeah.
So I gave Kite 7 the high score. I gave it an 8.92. Kevin gave it the lower score. He gave it a 6.73. And together, the score we give this album is 7.82. So pretty good, really solid. What are your last thoughts?
I will say this album wasn't as bad as I was like nervous about. I was afraid once that first track ended, I was like, oh no.
You're like, is the whole thing like this?
We're gonna have like a lot of these like long freaking drawn out things, aimless, whatever, space crap, and and so I'm glad that like it ended on something a little connecting and everything, and that was pretty cool. And Hum Hum was not a bad song. Hum Hum was pretty good. So I don't know. I was pleasantly surprised. I'm still hesitant on whether or not I'd like play it on my own, but there's a chance, there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah. And of course there's like no drums, there's, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I have more of an idea what Kite's all about, and they seem a little bit more normal, I guess, than just the little bits that I've heard and everything. So I don't know. I was pleasantly surprised. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this freaking album. I think it's pretty much a masterpiece to me. I mean, there's a few songs that fall a little shorter for me, but for the majority of it, I'm totally engaged, and I love their blend of like this, moody darkwave ballads blended with like synth pop bangers. Like I feel like they do that really well, and I enjoy all the synth work that the Christian dude does. Like I love all the little sound effects and just the melodies and stuff, and I like Nicholas's vocals. I feel like he truly has a unique voice, and with some of these songs and some of the lyrics, there's something about his voice that makes these lyrics connect on a deeper way to me, and I just love that about Kite.
Like the idiots and
like especially Panic music. But yeah, no, I'm glad we went through this. I'm glad you listened to it and shared your thoughts and stuff too. Because
and that's the thing is like I'm like, if you've checked out our other videos, I'm not the people pleaser guy. I'm like, I will say what I think and feel, even if it makes someone like upset or whatever.
Me too.
Like,
unless other people don't like it, and I won't. No, I'm joking.
Like I don't.
No, I agree.
Because like I feel like, do you want me to lie to you
Yeah.
and tell you that like, oh, it's great and fantastic and whatever? It's like, dude, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm gonna say exactly what I think, but sometimes my thoughts and everything, they're still forming.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
true.
I'm doing the best to explain
Yeah.
what's going on in my mind.
Well,
you know?
and there's some albums where Yumi and Chad did them, and I remember giving lower scores, and then later on I was like, no, this is actually really sick. Like, it's really hard to know where a song will finally settle on a first listen or like even the first couple listens. Sometimes it takes a while for music to really settle, and you know it really well, and then you're kind of like, okay, now I kind of know how I feel about this, I guess, you know.
Right.
But anyways, yeah, thank you guys for watching with us and listening. It was fun to listen to this album. Kite is freaking underrated as crap. I hope you guys check out and support the artist. I don't think there's anything else to say other than we're going to do some more banger albums. So, yeah, it'll be fun.
Forgotten Legends of Sound, and have a good week, everyone.
Yeah.